3D craft initiation. Most of the time they're completely random. But the question is if I could initiate a craft, it'd be a constant asking, in your own mind, saying, "I want to see a craft. Please show me something." I usually say, I need proof that I'm having interactions. It's really going to help me out to see a craft. If you can please show me one, and just keep asking this over and over. It could take months, years before you get something right. There's something, the conditions, it's got to be perfect, or it might be hazardous to your health because
Right.
they come interact with you. Now, it's on radar that there was a craft flying over you at this time. There could be some interaction with some officials or whatever. It just could be dangerous sometimes to have an interaction. Well, it's important to note, when I described this story, this was a beginning of my awareness, right? So the mentality and feelings that I had at the time of the interaction would be different if I had that same interaction now. Okay, because when I first saw this amazing manifestation of the craft, I was like, oh shit, it's the end of the world. All kinds of feeling of like terror, excitement, joy. All these emotions of just like all your beliefs crumbling away. So at that time it's just a jumble of emotions. Where now I'd be more focused, like, hey, pick me up, man. So when I describe it, you have to that that was a different stage in my development.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking for a craft. All these things are happening. Finally, December 20th, 2009. My wife and I are hanging around the house. It's about 7 o'clock or so in the evening, and so the sun was down. It was dark. We were at Megan's mom's house. Her mom took off, went to do some grocery shopping. Megan tries to make a phone call. The phone's not working. I tried to make a phone call. The phone wasn't working. So we're like, well, let's. At that time I was smoking, so it's like, oh, let's go outside and have a smoke. All of a sudden, you look, let's say to the north, towards the north over, we live by a river, so that the craft just appears over the river, probably 1,000 feet in the air, give or take. It was pretty far off, maybe about half a mile away. This blue bar of light, this neon blue light turns on. At first it was just one bar and then a smaller bar in front of it. So you see these two bars of light, right? And it starts just maneuvering around, doing the most insane things that you've ever seen done in the sky. Zipping back and forth, right angle turns, and just not a sound for the most part, right? Not a sound. But every once in a while you'll hear when the ship does this, right? It'll like this, like a bam bam, right? When it does that, you hear the atmosphere just crack. It's this loud cracking sound, and all of a sudden, we're trying to take pictures of it, and I'm thinking, oh shit, the cat was like running around like crazy, and just darting, running back and forth. Because the cat was out with us in the front yard, and the dog was just sitting there. And Megan and I we're just like running around with our hands in the air, going, "Oh my god!" Our mind is being totally blown. This is a 45-minute interaction, right? So a lot of shit went down. But the main points is you see it goes over like this horse corral, and it scans this like green laser beam comes out of it, and just like it made this weird sound like wah, and we pull out a camera. I'm like, man, get the camera. She goes, gets the little digital camera, and every time she goes to take a picture, the battery of the camera would go to 0. So it's like we're just like stumbling around, trying to get a picture of the thing. And finally, it's like the ship's like way down the thing. We snap a photo, right? The flash of the camera goes off. The ship just stops, right? It turns around. Next thing you know, it's over the neighbor's house, and it's bigger than the neighbor's house, right? And now it's only like 100 feet off the ground, right? You see this massive, just black triangle it's only big when you look at it like this, right? When you look at it like that, it's a triangle. But when it's looking at you like that, it's real thin. I would say it's only a couple feet thickness. It had this neon blue like diamond in the front of it with these neon blue lights that just came on, and then it flashed us, right? It's all flash, 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 and then scans us, and it's all whoa. But when it did that 1985 Camaro, the Camaro goes crunch, 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 and then Megan had her battery was dying over on her car for her beeper, the key, and ever since then the key has never ran out of battery power. Like, it just fixed it, right? And now this key, years later, no problem. Do they permanently charge my little battery in the key? I don't know. And it still works at like crazy long distances too. So flashes us, right? And then it flies overhead, and it was like crystal, deep purple crystal, makes it look black, with these really crazy looking lines underneath it. For the bar, what was creating the bar, maybe you can help me describe this a little bit. It's a triangle like that, right? Each one of these here would be like a canister almost, right? That went into the craft, right? Inside of these circular canisters was a pyramid like that. It's like a cross. At the tip of each pyramid was this pure black orb with this like black light coming off of it a little bit, and then they would flash these, right, when it came overhead, and then it turned them on, and you start seeing this blue plasma come out of the thing like this, right? So this blue plasma, and the plasma starts interacting with each one. So when you're looking at it in the sky, it's like this, right? So all you're seeing is these two blue neon lights like that, just doing the most insane things, right? So it goes overhead, Megan gets down, and I'm like, oh shit, right? I finally got the phone to work, and I called my mom. Well, I was like, Mom, you're not gonna fucking believe what I'm looking at right now. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm looking at a fucking spaceship. I'm like, this thing's doing the most crazy thing. She's like, well, go inside. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, it's not gonna matter. This isn't from here. This is huge. I'm just like freaking out with my mom on the phone. She's like, let me give you your dad. And I'm talking to my dad. I'm like, oh fuck, it's doing crazy shit. I'm like, it's doing crazy shit. And so I said, I was like, someone else has got to see this. Someone else, other than Megan and me, have to see this. So I go to the neighbor's house. I see that the neighbor's in the house. I can see the neighbor, because he had her blinds drawn, and I can kind of see her silhouette through the kitchen, and she's doing dishes, right? I'm pounding on the door, ringing the doorbell, and she never answers the door. She just I can hear her in there doing the dishes. You hear dishes like, like that. Hear the clank, clank, clank of the dishes, and she's not coming out. I'm like practically like, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah.
She never came out, ever, right? So here comes Megan's mom down the driveway. She's coming home from the grocery store, and when she comes around the corner, that's when the ship takes off. It was an overcast sky, and the ship was interacting with us under the cloud cover, and then takes off. And when it took off, you see the cloud, the sky do this. Just, it evaporated the clouds. It's just huge hole in the clouds, a perfect circle shape. So can you imagine the energy it takes to go through the clouds and burn a hole, miles in diameter in the cloud cover? So, we're just blown away. We all of a sudden we put the groceries away, not freaking out. We just had the most amazing experience of our life, and now it's time to put the groceries away. Back to reality. And the neighborhood comes back to life all of a sudden. And it's like, well, what the fuck, And then all of a sudden you hear, here comes an F-16 going after the direction the craft went, fully armed, no collision lights. And that was scary because we were like, oh shit. And I was thinking, the first thing I thought is like, what the fuck are they thinking? There's no way in hell that our current technology would even have any kind of chance to intercept this thing. No way in hell. This thing would literally be able to do circles around it as it's doing its best maneuvers, And not only that, but I mean, if it really wanted to, it would just shut that plane down and it would just fall. Or it'd probably actually open a portal up, send that plane into the 65 million years into the past, and even tear. So it's like, why would we chase after something like that? You know what I mean? It's like that pilot must have the biggest balls on the face of the earth. Like, oh hey, guess what? You got to go intercept a giant black triangle with, probably a billion years more advanced technology than what you have.